Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Nenye's Diary. If you are new here, my name is Nenye. Then to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always clicking in. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you something very important, significant and sensitive at the same time. I use that word sensitive because I know a lot of people might not find it appalling, but it's best to watch this video to the very end so for you to be able to grasp what I'm about to say. So what am I even talking in essence? Because this video I'm about to share today is centered or focused on women in particular. So before I continue this video, I am not a marriage counselor, but I think that this topic I'm about to share today is something that needs to be discussed before venturing into that marriage. If you are in marriage, it's best to still discuss about it, but the right time to do this discussion is before marriage. So before you go and venture into that marriage as a young lady, to avoid the stories that touches the heart, and also for young men out there, before you get married, you know someone you've been courting or dating for some years, you know the kind of standard that person operates. You know the kind of high profile that person is. Maybe, and what I mean by high profile, I'm not talking about maybe if the father is rich or not. What I mean by high profile is that you know this person has been on top of her game, she has been on top of her career before you guys met, and you people are talking about marriage. I think it's best for you guys to both sit down and talk about how that marriage and her career is going to evolve, or if you want to, or if you want her to stay at home maybe for some period. I think it's best that discussion comes up on time. This topic I'm sharing today goes in both ways. It goes in a positive way and also in a negative way. When I mean in a positive way, I've seen someone it worked for. When the lady got married, so along the line, the husband was like, there's something we need to talk about, and that is where submission comes in. The husband was like, as the things are going now, you've started giving birth, I think it's high time you put a stop. Not a stop, that at least you need to take a break. Let me use that word, break, in your career. Can you give the family about 10 years of your time, of your career, for you to be able to give birth and raise our kids to some certain extent, So maybe after that 10 years, whatever you want to do, I am solidly behind you. If you want me to open a business for you, I am solidly behind you. And that is what happened. After 10 years, the lady went back into the game, into her career. I know it might be difficult for her at the beginning, someone that put a drop in her career for over 10 years. But nevertheless, the man sticks to his words. The main one I'm about to share today is some people that that you marry someone that is already an MD or hold a high position in their office. So all of a sudden, because you guys got married, you now told her that she needs to stop. Like, when I mean not even take a break, that you need to stop whatever you are doing and be a stay-at-home mom. You will now forcibly tell her to put an end to her career, which is not even right. I don't know how some men think about it. So, and this brings me to a story I'm about to share. So, this happened to someone very close to me from my mother's side, a cousin of mine from my mother's side.
She got married
that year. Because this story I'm about to share today is not something that happened like a year or 2 years ago, something that happened over the years. She was a top personnel in her office. So when she got married to this guy and they were living happily, all of a sudden the man was like, oh, I need you to stop working. Because she's a working class lady. I need you to stop working. I want you to be a stay-at-home mom. And then there was a lot of deliberation about it. The girl was like, oh, I can't do that. The guy was like, have to. So there was a lot of dialogue going back and forth about the whole thing. But after a while, the girl now, okay, he's my husband. Let me just be that typical Nigerian woman they want us to be. Let her be submissive to her husband. She heeded to what the husband said. She quit her job. Fine. So after childbearing and the rest of it, and the worst part of this is that when you tell a woman to put an end to her career, first of all, you need to make provision for her. You can't tell her to stop her work and then you just let her be at home. Before you tell someone to stop her work, you need to make provision of what she's going to do later. If you're going to open a shop for her, if you're going to maybe open a shop or maybe open a big stuff for her, and she has someone, maybe a sales girl or a sales boy there, then once in a while she'll be going over there. But some men, they will not even think towards that direction. They want her to strictly be a stay-at-home mom. I don't know why they do so. Maybe I just felt some of them are being intimidated by the woman's success. I know there are some jobs, all those remote jobs a stay-at-home mom can do, but what if the person is not someone that is into remote working? So just like that, you just put her at home. So this lady was staying at home, everything was moving on fine, but it got to a certain time that this man now started taking advantage of her staying at home. When you tell a woman to stay at home, it's not only the money you give the household that the woman will depend on. Before you tell her to stay at home, you have to make a provision for her in a way that she will be earning money or you'll be paying her. Yes, because it's not all the time she needs to send money to her parents or maybe to her siblings. She will come to you. I don't know why some people do that. They want to know every details of what the lady is doing. Please, you guys should not bash me about what I'm saying, but I think this is the reality. So when they do that, the woman now starts suffering because some of them, they just stick, okay, I've given the woman money for household, that is it. They don't even care if the woman have money to solve her basic needs. So this my cousin was struggling with all this over the years, and when all these things started, that's where some people will not be like, oh, this is not the kind of person I married, this is not this, she was not like this, he was not like that. But you can't just force someone to stay at home and then you're not making provision from where she will be getting small money from. So along the line, they started having issues. And which is bound to happen. They were having these issues that the lady couldn't even take it anymore because like someone that has been touching money, all of a sudden just put that person on hold, and this will led to her being mentally derailed. She became frustrated, depression sets in, and also nagging. So why will you complain that she's nagging whereas you're not doing what you are supposed to do? So after all this whole thing, and when they talk about divorce, a lot of things can lead to divorce. And this is an example. So after the whole dragging, and the man started maltreating her. That's why sometimes I do pray for every lady to have money before getting into marriage, because there are some things that whenever your husband cannot provide for you, please, you can provide it for yourself. That's my advice to everyone. I know people will bash me for that, but it's very, very important. So even if they ask you to quit your job, or maybe, except your husband is this kind of people that are so kind-hearted, that they will tell you and they will stick to their words. So this cousin of mine struggled with this a whole lot. Then finally, she has to start her work. It became a fight, like it was a fight for them. But at the end of the day, she won. And so guys, that was how the whole thing happened. It caused a lot of troubles, and yeah, so I think it's best whenever you want to do something, let's talk about it before marriage, because so as to avoid the story that I didn't know that she was like this, I didn't know that he was like this before getting into that marriage. So what are your thoughts about this particular video? So feel free to come to the comment section, okay, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.